Now to pour through this evidence, we're going to bring in Fil Waters, a former Houston Police Department homicide detective who's investigated more than 400 cases. Mr. Waters, I don't think I've ever seen as much circumstantial evidence as we have here between the search for how to dispose of a 115-pound body, the buying of cleaning supplies, a bloody knife in the basement. So far, the suspect here is only charged with lying to police or hampering the investigation. But my goodness, there's a lot of evidence here.
A lot of evidence. Yes, there is. Good morning. Appreciate y'all inviting me in. I've read the affidavit, and of course, the probable cause affidavit to put him into custody is very basic. In fact, it states in the affidavit that this is not all of the evidence, of course, but the thing that is really nailing Walsh is this ankle monitor that he has on because he's under house arrest on federal charges. So that is going to be the death knell for this guy, I believe.
Well, it could also vindicate him, though, right? If he says, I didn't do this, then the ankle monitor is going to show that, too, right?
Well, the ankle monitors, I think he's confused about what that ankle monitor actually can show. It not only shows the period of time that he's outside the perimeter, outside the boundaries, but it also shows his location. And so he's finagled this business about requesting times to go take his kids to school and so forth and so on when there was no school. He was at Whole Foods and all these other places that he was not at the time. He was at another location. He was at the Home Depot buying all this cleaning equipment and wearing a mask and wearing plastic gloves and all this stuff. So you're right. There's an incredible amount of circumstantial evidence that's been revealed just in the affidavit.
And again, he's only charged with hampering this investigation, but with all of the circumstantial evidence that we have discussed, how long do you think it will be before a prosecutor decides to actually charge him with murder?
Well, I think they're going to put together, obviously, all the affirmative links that they have, and they'll just step up the charge. This intimidation of persons involved in a criminal proceeding, and this applies to everybody: prosecutors, defense attorneys, police officers. And it's usually used in domestic violence cases. So they're putting together. They wanted to get him in custody and get him where they've got their hands on him. I believe that's why they went ahead and did this. And I've done this before, where you get a related charge, you get them under your control, and that way it stops them from fleeing or doing something else. And so they're putting their case together, and I think what we will see in the coming days is going to, once they process some of this evidence that they have collected, the damaged knife, so forth, may develop some direct evidence, and I think you'll see some upgrade in the charges in the coming days.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.